Ghost.
There are things that we experience but never talk about. A shadow moving in a corner, flickering of the lights, a disembodied voice. We invite you to talk with us, share your story, share your evidence, because this isn't just your story, this is our story. This is GhostBox.
And happy Sunday, everybody. Welcome to GhostBox Live. My name is Greg Bakun. Thank you very, very much for joining me. It's been a little while, hasn't it? So it's nice to be able to come back on here. And, you know, what we're going to do tonight is what we do every time that we do this. And that is simply to try to reach out to spirits and try to reach out to get some spirit communication, get some spirit reaction. You know, it's just the usual, and it's something that hasn't been on here in a little while. So I'm excited to do it again. I hope everybody has been having a good summer. Hope everybody is well. I am just going through a few things at the moment, but I do want to just say, as always, if you could please share this video for me. Let other people know that we're on. I would really appreciate it. It is one of the things that is really important, that I personally believe that the more intention that we have, the better results that we'll get. Though I do know that, you know, you folks who are always here with me, who are always on the show, you all provide a lot of that already. So I greatly appreciate that. That really means a lot to me. So just want to say that. Also, I want to just also mention real fast, I need this more than ever, if you'll consider this, is that if you would sign up for my Patreon page, which has a few layers of ways to support, because it would be really helpful to me right now if that could be done. Check it out, please. Go to patreon.com, GhostBox Live, you know, just see what's there. There's some interesting things. And the content that's going to be created that's different than like what we do here, especially over the next couple months, will be really cool. So please consider doing that. Please at least check it out. That'd be all that I'd really love to see happen. I'd even like to see it if you would actually do some of that. So just want to put that out there for folks. Also, I just want to make something very clear too, that very recently I was challenged on a show about the validity of the spirit box and actually the paranormal. And I just want to say my stance on that is that I don't mind skeptics at all. Skeptics is what keeps us honest. Skeptics is what keeps things real. You know, there's just because we hear something, the spirit box, doesn't necessarily mean that that is what it is. But I mean, what I always try to tell people is that it comes from here. If this resonates in here, that's fine. There are some people who do this that don't use this as a meter at all for any of the paranormal stuff, and that's okay. Where it becomes difficult is if you are a skeptic but don't want to hear the any sort of discussion about it, anything that is you know, something that is seeing other sides to it, not allowing people to actually answer the questions that they're putting forth, then the argument becomes irrelevant. And like I said, I had a situation a couple weeks ago, and I knew as soon as I would be back on here that I would address it. It was, you know, once again, I have no problem with skeptics. We have them on here. You see it. People are often like, well, I don't know. I'll give this a shot. And, you know, not all the time that they watch, they're going to be like, oh, yeah, I'm converted. This is amazing. But there is a difference between that and anything else. And I just want to just point out, because I didn't get the chance to say it on the show, I wasn't allowed a chance to say it on the show, that be as skeptic as you want to be, but you got to listen to both sides. Just like I will need to listen to the side that is about someone saying, I don't think this is real, this is why, you're respectful about it, then we can have a great conversation. As soon as you step out of the respect circle, then it all deteriorates very, very rapidly. So I just want to let you all know that that is, something that's been on my mind. And since I was not allowed to say so on the program, I figured I would say so here, because this is my arena. And all I'm trying to do and I'm not trying to do it. It's spirit that does it. It's you that do it. I'm here also. All we're trying to do is, figure out this experiment. I always call it experiment. We don't know what we're going to get. We don't know if we're going to get spirit interaction. We don't know if we're going to hear your name, my name, anybody's name. But the thing is, at the end of the day, is that we do it with the best intentions. And having the ability to to be a skeptic and whatnot, that is totally fine. It is just be respectful about it. And with that, I don't have a whole lot to talk about, because I've been away for so long, but I don't really have a lot to say. But what I do have to say is I missed you all. I'm very happy to be here. I will go through who's here in a second, but as usual, we have some house cleaning to take care of. First of all, don't forget, Tuesday is Ane. Ane will be back on Tuesday on Facebook. Please, if you haven't already, go to her Facebook page, facebook.com/Tarot by Ane. One question readings Tuesday, probably Thursday. And there you can get, those one question readings. What I don't understand, though, is that we also do this on my radio show once a month. And I wish that more of you would take advantage of her being on the show, my show, GhostBox Radio, at 4 p.m. Central Time on Sundays. Call in and ask a question, because with her Facebook sessions, which are great, you don't have the opportunity, though, of talking her face to face, if you will, over the phone or whatever. And that's something that's really good. If y'all have a chance to do so, granted, she won't be on again for a little bit, but if you have a chance to do so next time she's on, please do it, because it is very much going to be worth your time and worth your effort to do so. As for myself, next Sunday, I am back on GhostBox Radio. It's just going to be a paranormal chat. We'll just, what's on your mind? Let's talk about it. Call in, send a note. Let me know what you're thinking. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the paranormal. Let's talk about what you've experienced lately. What have you been watching? What have you been reading? What have you been on an investigation? What's been going on there? All this stuff is extraordinarily interesting to me, and I would love to hear what you are up to. So I just want to make sure that send a note, call in, do whatever you want to. This is an open forum. Once again, let's be respectful about it, right? I had someone one time call in and ask me, where does religion fit into the paranormal? And I gave an answer that I felt was good, but it's not necessarily the only answer. And we had a good conversation about it, because it's there. I don't think there really is an answer. I think it's where you want it to go. That's just me. And if you don't agree with that, that is totally fine. But that's what the show is about. That's what we like to do. So please, if you have a question, and not a question because I'm an expert, because I'm not, a question of what can we talk about? What can we have a conversation about the paranormal that we could both learn something or both have a laugh over or whatever? It's a very casual environment. So please do that, and you will either enjoy it or you won't enjoy it. One of the two, right? That's where we're at. I am just taking a look here, seeing who's on our wonderful feeds tonight. I just want to say hello to everybody. Let's see here. Also, I am going to be on Greg's show on Friday. Greg, can you put the details of it into the chat, please, of the time and where they can find it? I mean, not just because I'm on Friday, but also then they can keep it going forward so that we can make sure that people always know when your show's on. Because Greg, like myself, kind of took a bit of a hiatus, and now he's back with a vengeance. No, I don't. I don't know if that's true, but if it is, Greg, let me know. So yeah, that is, I'm going to be on Friday. I think it's 7 p.m. I know that much. And I don't know if we're doing Spirit Box. We'll probably talk about it. We'll talk about everything else. Greg and I always have good conversations. So we will definitely do that. Amanda, 2 weeks. It's been about a month, actually, since I last been on. Last time I was on was July 27th. I looked it up. So isn't that something? Time flies when you exist. Hello there. Good to see you. Let's see. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Joe, good to see you. I hear things are going very well for Tamara. Very cool. Tony, very cool. Thank you very much. Thank you all. I won't bore everybody and go through all of these. I'm just happy to see you all. So thank you very, very much. Let's see here. Let's see. Well, and Pamela, you've been missing out. That's all I'm going to say. But yes, definitely check out the one that I'm on. That's going to be probably your best bet. I don't know. Greg always has amazing people on, and I've been fortunate enough to be on a couple times. So let's see here. And Joe asks, what is your best suggestion for an inexpensive way to learn to read clearly? Spirit Box and your best picks for equipment. So real fast before we get started, the one thing that I think a lot of my contemporaries will disagree with, but I really do believe what you want to do is find a Spirit Box that is the mass-produced one, the SB7, which is what I always do. This thing retails, to be more honest, this is the most recent version. This is probably about $70. What I would also recommend is get an external speaker, a decent one that you can plug in, because the speaker on these are pretty garbage. I think we actually had to do it one night with this speaker because one of my other speakers had died. And a lot of people will be like, oh, you got to do this one. You got to have this one. You have to have this special one. I would recommend against that. Get one, see if you like it first. See if you're getting something out of it. Even if you're not getting a ton out of it, if you like it, then you know that this is something that you'd be interested in maybe putting a little bit more money into. But the first time I ever turned one of these on, in fact, this very one right here, I started to get responses right away. So, I think it comes from a good heart. It comes from an open mind. And I would recommend doing something like that, make sure, and Joe, I know you know this because you do paranormal, make sure you have a good audio recorder. If you want to have something like, a K2 isn't so bad. And then, I just like that stuff. Obviously a flashlight is good. Your body, as you know, is very, much an, intuitive piece there. So, I would just say, and I don't know how much you have, Joe, but I would say, keep it fairly cheap to start off with. Trust me, it's a rabbit hole to suddenly be like, my gosh, I've spent thousands of dollars on a lot of plastic. But that way, though, you are able to have a very, a reasonable collection of stuff to work with. Then you'll be able to have something that you're not breaking the bank on at all. But definitely, in my opinion, the SB7 is a great way to start because it's inexpensive. It will help you to decide whether or not you want to go further with it. And even with all the billions of Spirit Boxes that I have, I always come back to this. And I know that there's going to be a lot of people who are like, that one, no way, no way. And it's because it's loud. We all know this. It's loud. It has a lot of white noise. It's not what everyone likes to hear. You can put it into a Faraday bag, a pouch, where it will, lessen the white noise on it. It just never, it never really bothers me. So yeah, it's it's certainly something that I think at least. And Kate, are you saying that you yourself disrupt the signal? Is there a lot of copper in you or something? Uh, you know, you might also be a conduit to get more information to come through. Who knows? Actually, who knows? It's worth a shot. I mean, you're not busting up the Wi-Fi, are you, in your area? Or are you a hard connection? Um, and yes, I'd like to come back. I'd like to come back very much so. It's been a lot of fun going down there, and the places I've investigated so far have been outstanding. So anyway, so what do we got here? What's going on? We have, of course, the usual table of delights. I forgot where all this stuff was. Okay, so first off, we have, as usual, we have our REM pod. We have our flashlight. There we go. Turn off, please. Thank you. Then we have the K2. We have the Ovilus. We have the Linus detector. So we have all sorts of good things. We have the bell, of course. That would be great if it could ring. Spirit, please ring the bell. You can make things move. You can come and talk to us however you'd like to. You could use me as the conduit. And what we're going to do, for those of you who are interested, we are going to do just a protection at the moment. And for those of you who are joining me that are new, the protection is basically a way to make sure that you're not going to get any attachments. Being from, all of us working together, we're creating ourselves, as Ane would call it, a lighthouse for spirits. And there is nothing wrong with taking 2 seconds to be like, please, let's stay out of my bubble. This is, I want to talk to you all, but I don't want you to live your life with me. So, and as someone who's had attachments before, I'm sure many of you have also had attachments before, it is not fun. It is not, it doesn't feel good. And for those of you who are just like, oh, that's not real, whatever, that's fine. I'm not here to make anyone do anything that they do not want to do. I just, I am just suggesting it. So let's do some protection, okay? And the protection basically is just relax, okay? Everyone, just relax. And I don't mean it because you're all freaking out on me or anything. Just in general, relax. Just remember that what we're doing tonight it's unique. Okay, remember that what we are doing tonight is unique. We are trying to reach out to spirit. We're trying to be one with them. Not everyone has that opportunity. Not everyone has that opportunity to maybe reach out to our loved ones. That alone shouldn't make you nervous. That should make you excited and joyful and relax you a little bit. And what we do is we're breathing in and we're breathing out. We get the energy going here a little bit. And you just imagine, based on yourself, based with your spirit guides, relative to a past loved ones, just a white light in the center of your heart. And that white light just grows and grows and grows. And why is it growing? Because that's a shield. And the purpose of a shield is to protect. And, we can talk to whomever we want to, but we don't want them to attach to our energy. This is our energy. I hear people say in investigations, you can use my energy. I don't recommend that. This is your energy. There's a lot of equipment that we always have. I have a house full of garbage here that spirits can use as energy. This is yours. You need this. You need this to stay alert, to know what's going on, especially if you're at a paranormal investigation. You want to be very familiar with everything that's going on. So what you do is you take that energy, and I'm pushing it all around this house. And why? Because I'm covering everybody. I'm covering the gray and white jerk over there. I am covering my roommate that lives in the basement. I'm covering everybody. I want everyone to be safe. I want this house to be safe. And I'm hoping you'll do the same thing too. Okay. And that's all we're doing. That's it. You know, I mean, people don't like to do the protection. That's totally fine. But as you can see, it takes very little time to do, right? So it's perfectly good. So with that said and done, Greg has responded, and let me just do something here real fast. So Greg, Shadow Hour is 7 p.m. Central on the Shadow Hunters Paranormal Investigations and Events page on Facebook. I'm going to be on there this Friday at 7 p.m. That means chicken wings have to be made prior to 7 p.m. for me. I'm making a mental note. And that is going to be that's going to be a lot of fun. That's going to be a lot of fun. Now, if I'm off by 7:15, you know that I didn't make the cut for Greg's show, that he wasn't very interested in what I had to say. So we'll just see how it works. But it's certainly going to be a lot of fun. We have a lot to talk about. We have a lot to catch up about. So that's 7 p.m. at the Shadow Hour with Greg Koss. So please join in on Friday. Thank you, Greg, for that. Really appreciate that very much. So why don't we do this? I am going to use tonight the original SB7 Spirit Box. And let's see here. Let's see what we get. Now, someone's going to have to remind me how to turn this thing on because I just don't remember. Once again, spirits, please use me as a conduit. Please speak through the speaker here as we want to reach out to our loved ones. We're not here to exploit any spirits or anyone. We just want to hear your voice. It's all we want to do. We just want to hear your voice and make sure that if there's any loved ones who are wanting messages, or if there's a loved one here who wants to give a message, please do so. At the end of this, we are going to do our best to cross over any spirits that need our help. Also, to everyone watching, please remember, I do not guarantee a response. We'll do our best. Sometimes it takes up to 20 minutes for us to get this thing warmed up. I haven't done this in a while, so we'll see how this works. Also, before we get going, I just want to point out what we have on the Ovilus. It's the Ovilus 4 tonight. We have Ghosts, Pastor, and Has, H-A-S. Ghosts, Pastors, and Has. So there. Okay, let's do this. Let's talk to some spirits. And we'll do a reverse sweep. My sweep is off. Let's do 200. Let me know if this is too loud. Good evening. My name is Greg. There's a lot of people here who want to hear from you tonight. Any relatives here that want to talk? Speak up.
Wedding cake.
If you say so. So I thought I heard, what are you doing here? So it's a valid question. We are trying to reach out to anyone who wants to speak to us. We always look out for relatives of anyone who's watching, but anyone can come through here. Are there any spirits here that want to talk to us? Please speak to us through this.
So let's call.
Mike, it's not what it's called. It's not called a spirit box. Sometimes it's just fun to listen, isn't it? What would you call this if you don't want to call it a spirit box? All right. So, how many spirits are around me right now? Can I get a number, please?
Cards.
I don't know. You don't know. I don't know either. I thought I heard 10. Greg thought he heard 10, funny enough. 2 Gregs know what's going on around here. I thought I heard 10 like right away. Are there 10 spirits here? Can you say yes or no for me, please? Now, don't forget, you can talk to me over here also, okay? You can talk to me. What you do, can you make this bell move for us, please? You just make that bell move. It'd be a lot of fun if you could do it. Let us know you're here. If you want to cut this antenna, make it go off. Make the flashlight go off. If you can come by here and it lights up. Whatever you want to do, it's totally up to us. If you want to talk through here. Feels like cool. If it's cool enough, can you do it then, please? Are you a relative of anybody watching tonight? Do you have any relatives watching? If so, can you let me know, please? Do you have somebody you would like me to reach out to? Now, Mary said she heard Ane again in a female voice. Now, I thought I heard Ane's name much earlier also, but it was pronounced One. And I was kind of waiting to see if anybody, was kind of waiting to see if anybody else was going to pick up on it. And no one had, except Mary picked up her, she said she heard it just recently. Is there somebody here wanting to reach out to Ane? If you're a relative of Ane, could you say hello, please? Now I know that the flashlight is moving. I don't know if I can count that since it started to kind of do that when I touched it earlier. Who are you? Female voice. Again. Could you give me your name, please? Folks, don't be shy to talk to us. We all want to hear you. We all want to hear you. If you need help, we'd all love to help you.
Creator.
Creator? Sound like creator. That's interesting. You know, when I think back to it, that could be very much. Is there a Ruth here? Ruth, have you been trying to reach us? Can you make one of these devices go off for me, please? You're trying to reach us. You don't want to talk through here. They're fun to play with. Now, Mary heard creator in 3 times in two different voices. I'll have to admit, I only heard it one time. Who's the creator? Who's the creator? Are you saying you are the creator? Renee, heard a male voice says, I know who the creator is. I thought I heard my last name, actually. Are you saying that I know who the creator is? All right, let's get around to some other stuff here, okay? Okay, let's try it. Saw something flash over here, but nothing going on. Did you say my mom or your mom? But something mom, right? You all heard that. Your mom is what it sounded like to me. I think we're starting to get somewhere. Ruth, are you related to Pamela by chance? Ruth, could you come in again, please? Are there any of Pamela's relatives here tonight? Which one? Which relative are we talking to? Hey, Roseanne.
I can check. CEO.
What we'll do, Amelia, is we will include her as we try to cross everyone over, just to make sure. I'm not going to ask why she left. I think that is something that feels very personal for this. I think that would be something that would require some mediumship. You know, you might want to reach out to Ane about that one, like schedule an appointment or something to get a half-hour reading or something. They are worth it. And they bring you a lot of closure. But what I will do, if it isn't too early for her because she had just passed, Michelle, Amelia would like to hear from you. Can you come through for us, please? Amelia. Can you hear us, Michelle? Can you say Amelia's name so that she knows that you're there? Michelle, you know how much you're loved, right? You know how much you have been missed since Thursday, right? Amelia just wants you to know that you are missed, okay? And I also understand it might be a little too early for you to start communicating with us, but I will try again. I will want you to come through for Amelia, okay? The cat. Look who you haven't seen in a long time. Spirits, you know his name? Can you say Linus? Do you say Linus? Or is it easier to say pain in the ass? You're looking everywhere. Wave goodbye. Bye. All right. Well, we got that all the way. So. Amelia, does that make sense that that might be something to ask Ane about? But we're going to keep trying. You know, every week we can keep trying to reach out to Michelle and see if she will come through. But make sure your intention is there. I want to hear from Michelle. I want to hear from her. I miss her. I need to hear from her. So, okay? Absolutely. Absolutely. Good. Very good. I believe that there's a period of time that is too soon to reach out to spirit. That's just my opinion. Doesn't mean that it's right. So we could keep trying and see what we come up with. But Michelle, you're loved, okay? Virginia, I'm so very sorry for your loss. I'll do my best for you. Carlos, are you able to talk to your wife, Virginia, using this box, talking to the speaker, to say her name or yours? Just something that she knows that you are around so she can hear you? Could you say your wife's name for us, please? 2 years ago isn't that long. That's a very fresh hurt. Anything you can give her will be immensely appreciated, Carlos. Even if it's just making something over here go off. Something that she could pin some happiness to. Virginia, let me know if that resonates at all with you, okay? Thank you, Susan. Jennifer, I can't put your comment on screen for some reason, but Jennifer Carnahan says, "Can you ask if my mother Margie is here, please?" Margie, your daughter Jennifer wants to know if you could come through for her, please. Margie, can you say your name for us, please? Two voices at once. Seem like they're both male, though. Sounds like a love you that came through, but not very clear. Margie, I heard a soft voice come through. Was that you by chance? Just now. Now, Jennifer, was your mom, could your mom be difficult at times? Could your mom kind of be a contrarian? If you wanted her to do something, she wouldn't necessarily do it? I'm just curious. We're certainly getting more responses, aren't we? A lot of random names, not names, but voices. Excuse me. Not names, but voices.
Sure.
Well, that's Shirley, Cheryl? Kind of actually sound like Cheryl. Did you say Cheryl? Are you Cheryl? Cheryl, did I get that right? Did I say your name? It sounded like either Greg or my name being shouted out. Since it's my show, I'll say it's for me. All right, Jennifer. So I just keep getting the feeling, and you being a medium, you tell me. She didn't want to respond. Not because of anything other than she didn't want to play along. Does that sound possible to you? All right. Serious issue here. I don't know what I did on Friday eating a chicken wing. Like, I think I maybe grilled it a little bit too much, or the skin was a little bit more harder. But I put my lip on the chicken skin on Friday, and it keeps hurting. It's like the chicken, the spirit of chicken had revenge. Jennifer says she can smell perfume around her right now. Yeah, I get the feeling she doesn't want us all to hear from her. She just wants to give it to you. But she also is being coy. Like, to me, it sounds like she's being, like, specifically coy. Like, oh, you want me to talk to you? Yeah, no. That's okay. So, nothing new over there. It's interesting. I mean, to me, it sounded like a female saying it. She's like Cheryl, like that's her name. But is Steve here? I don't know what that means, Greg, but I don't like it. Now you're taking me away from important business, Greg. I'm just saying. Now back to Steve, before I was rudely interrupted by a possible insult about my cooking. Shimra, right? Did I say that right, Shimra? Steve, are you here? Were you saying Cheryl's name? Okay, three things just happened here. One was yes. I thought I heard yes. The other was I love you. And then I thought I heard Jennifer. Anybody else hear all of that? The yes, I love you was very blocky, where you could easily be like, that's not a response. So I'll accept that. But Jennifer was pretty clear to me. Is this Margie? So that monster's hanging around. Margie, could you let me know? Did you say your daughter's name? Could you repeat that, please? I also thought I heard Linus's name just now. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Are you AJ? All right. Let's see here. So let's see if I can backtrack here a little bit. We thought we got Margie. I thought we got possibly Steve confirming that Cheryl he was talking about his wife. Steve, did I have that correct? That's Jennifer's mom. This is Glenn's mom. I say if it resonates to both of you, embrace it. Right, Margaret? Margaret comes through quite a bit for us, don't you, Margaret? You come through quite a bit for Glenn. Right? Tony had heard Margie. Are you talking to Linus detector? I just saw it. Linus is over there being lazy. You know, you're going to have to start making money for us, buddy. The energy just changed in here. Not bad, it just changed. Is somebody here? Is somebody here wanting to get recognized? Is somebody here wanting to get our attention? Could you say your name, please? All right, let's do this. Let's try to cross over some spirits, okay? All right, spirits, we're going to open up some light that you can use to cross over. I also specifically asked for Michelle, if you have not crossed over yet and you are ready to do so, please follow the light that we're putting out there for you. With the light out there, what we need you to do, if you're ready to do so, is walk through the light and cross through it, okay? You see the light. And if you see the light, you ready? You are ready. And cross over, please. Are any of you crossing? Have you crossed?
Here.
Yep, okay. Yes. All right, that feels good. Oh, okay. I can feel you all now. Michelle, are you one of them? If you're able to answer to Michelle, could you respond? Let us know so Amelia would know. You both are beautiful people. I'm just gonna say that. I'm honored that you both always tune into my stuff and that you both feeling condolences for your loved ones. It's very touching. Amelia, I feel like Michelle's crossed, and I'm not saying she crossed now, but I think she's crossed over. A number of people have said they heard Michelle's name. I have a great feeling of ease right now, but I actually haven't had for a while. So, with that, I shut down this session in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you. Before any of you even think about leaving, let's close the circle. What I mean by that is that we're shutting down this session. Spirits, this session is over. You are not allowed to communicate with us or talk with us unless you are a loved one or a family member. But if you are somebody that's just passing through and you have been listening in, our communication is now over. We will reopen this at some point, but you are not allowed to follow us or communicate with us from this point on. So that is for those of you who have not seen this before and maybe have not come across this. All we're trying to do is make sure that spirit does not glom onto us and that there's a clear, clean definition when the session is over. And that is very important to do to make sure that we are keeping ourselves safe. And if some of you out there don't agree with that, that's totally fine. You do not have to do so, but it was something that we just need to do and keep things clean. So with that being said, first of all, thank you all so much for taking part. Thank you all so much for your support with your intentions as well. And it's a little, it started to get more talkative as time went on, so that's good. Just remember that we're just trying to reach out to spirit the best that we can, and you all have been extremely patient and supportive, so I really do appreciate that very much. If you want to get a hold of me, you can send me a friend request on Facebook. My name is just right over there, and you can look me up and send me a friend request if you so desire. I also have a couple pages, Minnesota GhostBox, Parafriends events that we're broadcasting on. Also, we're broadcasting on Paranormal United Network, so that is pretty cool. We will see from there. I don't know if they share it out tonight. We'll see. But with that, don't forget, please, that on Tuesday, we're going to have on Ane will be doing her one question readings, and you will definitely want to take part in that. She doesn't do mediumship on these. You have to set up a session with her on ane.org. But for the one question readings, which is not about mediumship is when you bring through family members or someone who's passed. But if you just have questions about finance, or if you're going to get a new job or whatever like that, am I going to get a relationship? Then you can ask that in the one question reading and should be happy to answer that. Also, Sunday, a week from today, I will be doing just a paranormal chat on my radio show, something very casual. We'll just talk about paranormal and see what's going on, see how we're doing. And from there, we will, just have a good conversation. Let's see here. Anything else that I'm forgetting, folks? Yes, I will be back next week. So I should be back next week. And okay, for those who are interested, let me see if I can find it real fast, because I am going to be on Greg Koss's show this Friday, 7 p.m. Let's see if I can find his his posts that he gave me so I could put up, because you all did a lot of talking tonight, so which is good. I just have to scroll and see if I can find his. There we are. The Shadow Hour at 7 p.m. Central on the Shadow Hunters Paranormal Investigations and Events page. Like he says, I can't wait. I can't wait either. This should be a lot of fun, as always. I'm looking forward to it. So please check it out. And then we'll go from there. Everyone, thank you so very much. And reach out if you have any ill effects from this. You shouldn't. But, if you have any questions or anything, reach out. I'll do my best to respond. Otherwise, I will at least see you next Sunday. Everyone, have a great week, and I'll talk to you soon.